don't have no little sleep and a little slumber when it comes to your job. You don't have a little sleep and a little slumber when it comes to your classes that you might be taking. You don't have a little sleep and a little slumber when it comes to your business. You up early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? You getting everything together. You doing all your marketing. You know what I'm saying? You taking care of all your customers. You know what I'm saying? You at work 20 minutes early. You see what I'm saying? You staying 5 minutes late. You know, you asking your boss anything else you need from me. And then when it comes to the work of the Lord, you ain't doing nothing.
This is not a test.
Black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, 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 black music, black music.
All right, shalom, shalom. All right, we're the Anointed House of Saints once again out here downtown Greensboro, teaching the word, whether they were here or whether they were from there. All right, hey, we supposed to pray for laborers, right? You see what I'm saying? We supposed to pray for laborers. Somebody can actually give me that, find that and give me that. All right, we supposed to pray for laborers, right? The harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few, right? So we out here, you know, on the highways and byways teaching the people week in, week out like we normally do. But once again, the laborers are indeed few. And a lot of it is due to slothfulness. You know what I'm saying? Brothers not want to put their brick in. All right? You know, brothers want to sit on their hands. They got the truth. They know the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like Nayam said in one of his videos that's about to come out. You know, brothers will come by and say, Shalom, roll the window down, hit you with a Shalom, and then keep it moving, going about their day. But they don't want to put in their brick. Go ahead and get that.
This is Matthew 9 and verse 37. Then saith he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he will send forth laborers into his harvest.
And that's one of the things I don't think we do when we pray. We don't pray at all, for that matter, right? I don't pray enough. I need to be praying more, right? But one of the things we need to pray for daily is for laborers to come into the truth. You know what I'm saying? Put in their brick. You see what I'm saying? A lot of brothers, they sit on their hands like, you know the truth. You might even be in the camp. You just sitting on your hands. You don't do nothing. Don't bring out no precepts on no classes. Don't do nothing, right? And the Most High is not dealing with that. I'm going to let you know. The Most High is not dealing with no slothful spirit, and we're going to prove that. If you are a slothful brother, you know you're not doing nothing. You know you're not doing nothing. You putting your wife before the Most High. You putting your kids before the Most High. The Most High is not dealing with you. Don't care what camp shirt you got on, right? I don't care how long you've known the truth. He's not dealing with you if you're not putting forth that work, man. Give me that in Job real quick.
This is Job 14 and verse 1. Man that is born of a woman is a few days and full of trouble.
So, yo, in your time, you're just going to be full of trouble, and you're only here for a few days. We're only here for a few days. You don't got enough time to be sitting around playing. You got brothers that ain't trying to do nothing for their family. You know what I'm saying? They just living life BSing around. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no time to be wasting. You here for a few days, read.
Verse 2. He cometh forth like a flower, and is cut down. He fleeth also as a shadow, and continueth not. And dost thou open thine eyes upon such as one, upon such as one, and bringest me into judgment with thee? Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee.
Hey, the Most High determines the number of your months. He knew the day you was born, when you was going to die. You're not passing that time. It's over with. That time that the Most High God allotted for you to be on earth, you're not passing that time. Right. You're not going to be able to ask him, yo, can I have just a little bit more time? You know, like our brothers, when they be rapping, they be talking about near-death experiences, they be asking God, yo, can I just get a little bit more time? You don't get that. You can't ask God for a little bit more time. When it's time for you to go, you out of there, right? It says your days are determined. Read that again, verse 5.
Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee.
The number of your months is with God. He already determined when you're going to come and when you're going to go. Right? Let's think about Hamashiach Yahawashah. We're going to go into that a little bit, right? But that brother, he already knew he had but a short time to get the Most High's work done. We're going to go into that. Keep going.
Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Most High has appointed your bounds. You can't pass it. You're not getting past that time. The time that he allotted you to be on this earth is the time that you got. And you can't get past it. Give me what you got.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might.
So you join the body. You join the congregation. You might be a congregation Israelite. They still teach. They still do lessons. They still do classes. You might be a brother that joined their camp. Whatever you find yourself to do, you're supposed to do it with all your might. But you got brothers that don't want to do nothing. They find the truth, and they just want to do it to sound deep. Like, yo, you know, hey, you know we the Israelites, girl. You know that? You know what I'm saying? I can show you right here. So you've been in church your whole life. I can show you right here with the Israelites. And they just trying to sound smooth and sound deep. You see what I'm saying? Right? But, it says whatever you find yourself to do, you're supposed to do with all your might. Right? Let me let this go. Let this go. We're going to take care of it. Right? But anything you find yourself to do, you're supposed to do with all your might, right? The Lord commissioned you to do something with that word that you got, with that truth that you got. He commissioned you to do something with it. But you don't want to listen to Christ. You don't listen to Christ. You listen to yourself. Yo, you know, I'm not putting nothing before my wife and my kids. Man, I got a job. I'm not putting nothing in front of my job. You know, I'm trying to get this degree. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with getting your degree. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you ain't never gonna put the books down to pick up the Most High's words and to study that a little bit, so you can get out here on the highways and hedges with your brothers and do the work. Right? Keep going on that.
But there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave.
Hey, he said that time that he allotted you, you are not going to be able to pass. So there's no work coming from the grave. Your work is done. There's no work from the grave. You have your time to do the work. You do it or you don't. But that time that he gives you, if you play around with it, your time's going to be up and there ain't going to be no work for you in the grave. All right, go ahead.
Whither thou goest. I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to them all.
That's it on that. What verse was that?
11.
You read verse 12.
For man also knoweth not his time.
Because you don't know your time, right? You don't know how much time you got, so you can't put things off from day to day. Give me that precept. Find that for me. Don't put off from day to day. Just find it. I know. I can paraphrase it. Oh, Alright, so yeah, we can't put off from day to day saying I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to do this. You're a procrastinator. We can't have procrastinators in the truth. You can't be that. Get that precept.
This is Sirach 5 and verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed.
Hey, so you can't be putting off the Lord's work from day to day. I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to do this that day. You know, I'm going to start hitting the streets this day. You know, I'm going to join the body tomorrow. You know, so don't put off from day to day, right? Because, hey, just like, you know, we're not necessarily talking about the wrath of the Lord, but he says, bro, your time is going to come like that. It's going to be as a shadow, right? You're going to come up like a flower and you're going to be cut down. Flowers don't take that long to grow. You're going to grow and then you're going to be out of here, right? So you can't put off from day to day, right? Did we finish that?
No. For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare. So are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. Yeah,
you know, birds and fish, they don't know they about to get caught. They just be flying and swimming. Right. Next thing you know, they swooped up. Yep. Bird caught in a daggone snare and a fish gets caught in a net. He just swimming, and next thing you know, he can't keep going. Right. He don't know that he got a short time. Give me that in Romans.
This is Romans 11 and verse, 12 and 11. Romans 12 and 11. Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit.
So it says you're not supposed to be slothful in what?
In business. Fervent in spirit, serving the Lord.
So we're supposed to not be slothful in business, fervent in spirit, rejoicing in the Lord, right? What's the Most High's business? Well, we actually, you know what? Let's get an example of somebody not being slothful in business. Give me Luke 2 and 49. Give me Luke 2 and 49, right? And I got to get you another precept that I want.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 2 and verse 49. And he said unto them, how is it that ye sought me? Wist ye not that I must be about my Father's business?
Read that again.
And he said unto them, how is it that ye sought me? Wist ye not that I must be about my Father's business?
Christ was telling his people at 12 years old, know ye not that I'm supposed to be about my Father's business? What you looking for me for?
Right.
You didn't believe the prophecy?
Right.
You didn't believe what the angel told you about me? I already know what I got going on. Christ knew he had a short time. What age did Christ die? 33. He's 12. Like, I got to get it. I got to get it right now. Because I got to be about my Father's business. Right? You see what I'm saying? So we can't be slothful in business. But see, us as Israelites, Christ is the big brother. We're supposed to follow him. We're supposed to be followers of Christ, right? And we're followers of Christ. Get that.
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 21. For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us.
So Christ suffered for us. Go ahead.
Leaving us an example.
Nah, leaving us a suggestion.
Leaving us an example.
No, brother, he left us an opinion.
Leaving us an example.
Leaving us an example.
That ye should follow his steps.
So if Christ was not slothful in the Lord's business, who are you to be slothful in the Lord's business? Right? Hey, he who loves his mother and father more than me is not worthy of me. Right? You got people who, I'm going to put everything and everybody before the Most High God. But forgetting, the Most High God gave you everything and everybody that you hold in near and dear. He gave you the job that you putting before him. He gave you the wife that you putting before him. He's giving you the children that you're putting before him. He's giving you the business that you're putting before him. But watch this, right? What if God said, you know what? You putting all these things before me. It's a distraction. Your wife, she's gone. Your children, she gone. They got in the car accident. They ain't here no more. Your job, they just closed, or you just got fired. That's gone. Your business, oh, no more of that. That's over. Then what? Are you gonna now put the Lord first? Because you're putting the thing that he gave you in front of him. So if you're putting the thing that he gave you in front of him, you are forgetting that he got the power to take it from you. Right? What else have you holding?
Precept. Romans 1 and 25.
Who's done with that? Give me Colossians 1 and 25. Whoever didn't have the precept.
This is the book of Colossians chapter 1 and verse 25. Whereof I am made a minister according to the dispensation of God, which is given to me for you to fulfill the word of God.
Hold on. Read that one more time. Just read it slowly.
Whereof I am made a minister according to the dispensation of God, which is given to me for you to fulfill the word of God.
Wait. He was made a minister according to the dispensation of God. What is the dispensation of God? The time that he was given.
No, it's shit.
Right?
Oh
That. Right? Right? We're in the midst of hell with devils walking past. Like, this is crazy. Right? This is and then during the dispensation that the Lord gave us, we got to give them their damn judgment sometimes when we out here. You see what I'm saying? These damn devils walking around here looking like demons with caskets and book bags. Men dressed like women with stockings on. Pale face looking like damn vampires. All right, read that one more time, man.
Whereof I am made a minister according to the dispensation of God.
Boom. He's made us ministers according to the dispensation of God. According to the time that God allowed us to do the work. Keep reading.
Which is given to me for you.
Which is given to us for the people. Go ahead.
To fulfill the word of God.
To fulfill the word of God. Bringing the people back to the marriage. Right? Bringing them back to the Most High's house. He has made us ministers according to the dispensation, the time that God allowed us to do the work. Whereas the Most High gave you the truth and gave you a time to do the work, and you're not doing it, what do you think is going to happen? That's the question, right? What do you think is going to happen? Give me the book of, give me that.
This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Hamashiach Yahushua.
How can you be a soldier and not put in no work? You a soldier of Hamashiach Yahushua and you don't put in no work. Let's just think about this. Did Christ roll with any disciples that was not willing to put in no work at all? They just not willing to do nothing. Right. Yo, Jesus, I don't feel like traveling today. I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like going out and teaching today for real. I don't feel like dealing with all this. You think he would have been rolling with Yahushua too long? Nah. Right? Read that again from the top.
2 Timothy 2 and 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Hamashiach Yahushua. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier.
Read that last part again. It said, with the affairs of this life. Read that again. You can read the whole thing if you want to.
No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life.
It said, no man that's warring. We out here warring. This is not this is not our rest. Right? Give me Micah 2 and 10. Right? This is not our rest. So we out here warring. We fighting. We striving every day. Right? We're not supposed to be, taking up with the affairs of the world. Once again, I gotta go do this today. My wife, she gonna be mad if I come out here and I'm about to lose her. Like, no, we're not supposed to be. Look at that. Look at Esau.
You need to run into the sign.
Run into the damn sign. That's crazy. Right? Read that one more time, man.
No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life.
So you in the war with us. You a soldier in the army of the Lord. You a soldier for Yahushua, right? You're not going to be entangled with the things of this world. It's more than that?
Yep. Go ahead. That he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier.
Because we've been chosen to be a soldier. You didn't pick. So you know what? I'm going to choose to come into the truth.
Right.
He chose you in the foundations of the earth. He said, yo, this brother Naeem, his name's going to be Nayam. He's going to be with Anointed House of Saints, and he's going to do the work. This brother Tico, you know what I'm saying? He's going to do the work with Anointed House of Saints. He's going to be receptive to the word, and he's going to say, let's do this. Right? He chose you to be a soldier. Is that more on that? That was it? All right, boom. Give me that. This is why we're not supposed to be meddling with the affairs of the world. Read.
This is the book of Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with the sword destruction.
Read it one more time.
Verse 10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
So this is not where we're supposed to be comfortably enjoying ourselves all the daggone time, just trying to have the cares of the world, you know what I'm saying, and the pleasures of this world. This is not what we're here for. Nobody's saying you can't have a good time with your wife and your kids and, enjoy the fruits of your labor. Nobody's saying that. It's ridiculous. Right? Let's be practical about it. But if you putting all those things before the Most High, you're going off. Right? You can finish it out.
Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with the sword destruction.
Because you meddling with the affairs of the world, you're going to be caught up in it. You're going to forget what you're here for. You're going to forget your purpose that you were chosen to have, and then you're not going to do it no more. Right? Go ahead and give me that.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 1 and verse 11. According to the glorious gospel of the blessed God.
Read that one time.
According to the glorious gospel of the blessed God, which was committed to my trust.
So the gospel was committed into our trust. You heard the word. You found out you was an Israelite. You got it in your spirit. I'm gonna start going to camp. I'm gonna start reading. I'm gonna hold posts. I'm gonna do whatever it is. I'm gonna start teaching because the gospel was committed to your trust. Read.
And I thank Hamashiach Yahushua, our Adawan, who hath enabled me, for that he counted me faithful, putting me into the ministry.
So y'all think that you get to pick and choose what you get to do, but the Most High committed the truth unto you and put you into the ministry. But now you want to be slothful. That's some audacity for real. For you to be in the truth, the Most High chose you to wake up to give the truth to, and then you sitting on your hands. That's some audacity, man. It's more on that.
Who was a blasphemer?
Did you read 12?
Yeah.
Nah, that's it. All right, give me that.
It's the book of Job, chapter 33 and verse 23. If there be a messenger with him, an interpreter, one among 1,000.
Hold on. How many?
One among 1,000.
Read it from the top.
If there be a messenger with him.
If there be a messenger, a teacher, a preacher, Right, go ahead.
An interpreter.
An interpreter of the scriptures. The person that makes the scriptures make sense. Go ahead.
One among 1,000.
One among 1,000. It's not going to be 999 people of 1,000 get chosen. It's going to be one of 1,000 people that gets chosen to teach this word. What's going on, brother? All right. You know what I'm saying? It's one of 1,000 that's going to be chosen to teach this word. Keep going.
To show, to show unto man his uprightness.
So my bad. One of 1,000 are picked or chosen to show what?
To show unto man his uprightness.
To show man his uprightness, to teach him the laws of God, to give him the gospel. One of 1,000 is picked for that. You the one of 1,000. He could have picked somebody else, but you gonna sit on your hands and not do the work of the Lord. I don't understand it. You are following direct commands from the Anointed House by sitting in your hands and not doing the work of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put your brick in. You don't want to do nothing for the body. You just want to know the truth, and then you want to try to get the affairs of the world. I want to get my business out on point. I want to get this 6-figure job, and once I get that straight, I'm good. Once I get that mortgage on that house, and I finally close on that house, I'm outside. I'm gonna be. But the most I can cut your time short, because it said that you have a maximum time to be here. He didn't say, you know what, this nigga ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna cut that short. He didn't say he can't do that. It just said you're not getting past that allotted time. He can cut your time short because you don't want to do the work of the Lord, right?
Then he is gracious unto him and saith, deliver him from going down to the pit. I have found a ransom.
That's it. Okay. Go ahead, read that. Read that.
This is Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 14.
Because one of 1,000 is chosen. Go ahead.
Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord, for I am married unto you, and I will take you one of a city.
One of a city.
And two of a family.
He's going to take you one of a city and two of a family. Go ahead.
And I will bring you to Zion.
So, yeah, you gotta thank the Most High God, Yahweh, through his son, Yahweh Shai, for him picking you to get the truth to and trusting that truth into your hands. You see what I'm saying? You got to thank the Most High for that.
Right.
You can't just be, I'm going to tell you something. That's pride, thinking that you can do stuff when you want to do it. I'm going to put the work of the Lord on the back burner while I get my stuff together, like the Most High can't bring you to the place where you want to be. Right? See what I'm saying? It says when you come to serve the Lord, prepare yourself for temptation. All those things that you're going through should be expected. Right? But then he also says he brings the poor man out of the dust and makes him sit among princes. But see, that shows you don't have no faith in the Most High. If you sitting in your hands, you're not doing the work of the Lord. You have no faith. You can't. Because the same Bible that gave you the same Bible that told you to prepare yourself for temptation also told you he can lift you out of the dust. The same Bible tells you that. That's also the same Bible who tells you to push this word once it's entrusted into your hands. Right? It's the same Bible. I got you holding something? All right, give me find that precept where it says your teachers won't be removed into a corner anymore. I believe that's in Isaiah.
John, this is the book of Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers.
So we're going through adversity and affliction, but the Most High saw fit that your teachers would not be removed into the corner anymore. So the same way he commissioned you, he gave you the gospel and commissioned you to show men their uprightness. He used somebody to wake you up. So what are you supposed to do? It's called paying it forward. You're supposed to do the same thing. Yep. So he teach me, I teach him, he teach him. We're supposed to keep teaching until we got many laborers. Each one teach one, man. That's what we're supposed to do. Right? Give me Matthew 24:15. Give me Proverbs 66. Right? We're going to read a little bit in that Matthew. All right?
24:15?
Yup.
Okay. It's the book of Matthew chapter 25 and verse 14. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, or traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, that every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. So
he gave to every man his goods. That goods is the gospel. It's the law, statutes, and commandments, the knowledge of the Bible. Right? And he gave it to people according to their ability. So if you learned the truth, guess what? You have the ability, right, to handle the talents that God gave you. Your ability might be editing the videos. Your ability might be prophecy. Your ability might be the law. Your ability might be the gospel. He gave it to everybody according to their ability. So you can't sit there and say now, oh, I can't be a teacher. Because he gave you the gospel for you to show men their uprightness. So everybody can be a teacher. You don't have to be the deepest teacher, but everybody can be a teacher. So that excuse is finished. Go ahead.
Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same and made them other 5 talents. And likewise, he that had received 2, he also gained the other 2.
So boom, we start off with 5 members of the camp. We teach, we give people, you know what I'm saying, the word that the Most High gave unto us, and then it turns into 10. Go ahead.
But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money.
But this is the brother that hears the truth. He comes to camp, he watches a video or something, he hears the truth, and then sits on it. Right? He don't teach the word. He don't tell nobody. He sits on it. Oh, if I wear these fringes to work, I'll be a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? If I tell him I celebrate Passover, I'm a weirdo. This brother, right? He just buries it in the dirt. Go ahead.
After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And so he...
Now this is Yahushua returning, right? This is Yahushua returning. Go ahead.
And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained besides them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things.
So boom, he said, yo, I'm going to make you rule over many because you've been faithful over a few things. You can't even hit the streets with your brothers. You can't even teach nobody the scriptures. You can't pitch a brick in within your body. But then you want the kingdom of heaven and slaves and the Gentiles to be up under your foot. This is what you want. This is what you want. Make that make sense. Read.
Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents.
Now this is the Lord finding out who is doing the work now. Right. Who has done something. Right? Go ahead.
Behold, I have gained 2 other talents besides them. His Lord said unto him, well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things.
But it's down this, hey, 1 flip 5 into another 5. 1 flip 2 into 2. It wasn't the same. It wasn't the same amount, right? But guess what? They got the same penny. They got the kingdom of heaven. So you might have the camp that has 100 people in it, and you might have the camp that only has 10, and y'all still doing the work. You're going to receive the same penny. But you got to be doing the work to receive the wages. You see what I'm saying? How you going to receive the penny and you ain't putting in no work? I don't understand. Go ahead.
Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed.
It's the scary brother that don't want to do nothing. Go ahead.
And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not.
Thou what again?
Thou wicked and slothful servant.
So you're a wicked and a slothful servant because you just sitting on your hands, putting the daggone talents into the daggone ground, right? Taking the truth that the Most High entrusted into your hands, as we read earlier, right? Making you a minister of the word. You decided, I'm not going to do what he gave it to me to do. I'm just going to sit on it. He called him a wicked and slothful servant. Go ahead.
Thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received my own with usury.
What happens to the brother that didn't do no work? He decided, I'm going to be slothful and I'm not going to do no work. Go ahead.
Take therefore the talent from him.
Now the talent is taken from you. Go ahead.
And give it unto him which had 10 talents. For unto everyone that has for unto everyone that has shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath.
Keep going.
and cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness.
Right.
There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
So boom, he can take that talent from you, give it to somebody else. And now you hurt. And the Most High is marking who's doing his work. He's marking this. He's not going to say, oh, he was putting his wife first. Oh, you know, he was putting that job first or that degree first. You know, I understand. He's not doing that. He's marking who's doing the work. Give me that. Ezekiel 9 and 4.
That's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9 and verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Hey, these are the brothers that's doing the work. We out here on the street corners every weekend sighing and crying. We see a whole bunch of homosexuals on the corner. We sighing and crying. We see a whole bunch of damn people in Christmas costumes a couple months ago. We sighing and crying. He's putting a mark on those who's doing the work of the Lord. Read that one more time.
And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst of Jerusalem.
Hey, so he's going to put a mark on the people that's doing his work, man. Point blank period. Whether you like it, understand it, believe it or not, you think it ain't going to happen. We've shown through the scriptures, he's going to put a mark on those who's doing the work. And he's going to find out the ones who's not. Go ahead, read what you got.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provideth her meat in the summer and gathereth her food in the harvest.
Stop. So they don't got, nobody got to say, like, brother, put your brick in. You know what I'm saying? Come to a feast day. You see what I'm saying? Yo, brother, come to camp. Yo, when you gonna get in class and learn something, brother? Nobody's having to tell you to do nothing. That's why he's saying go to the ant, because the ant don't got no ruler telling him what to do. He know what he got to do and he does it. That's a part of discipline. You see what I'm saying? A part of discipline is knowing you have to do something and you do it, whether you want to or you don't. Keep going.
How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? Yet a little sleep, and a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth, and thy want as an armed man.
And this is how you know you slapping the Most High and His Son in the face, because you don't have no little sleep and a little slumber when it comes to your job. You don't have a little sleep and a little slumber when it comes to your classes that you might be taking. You don't have a little sleep and a little slumber when it comes to your business. You up early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? You getting everything together. You doing all your marketing. You know what I'm saying? You taking care of all your customers. You know what I'm saying? You at work 20 minutes early. You see what I'm saying? You staying 5 minutes late. You know, you asking your boss anything else you need from me. And then when it comes to the work of the Lord, you ain't doing nothing. You got nothing but excuses, man. You got nothing but excuses, right? Give me the book of, he read that. Give me Proverbs 24 and 33. And then you give me Luke 9 and 62. Right? Folly and madness. Folly and madness. 24 and 33, right?
You're too short for a fight. Right. All right.
Let's let this pass.
Cruise around at the Super Bowl party.
Talk loud while he passes.
Yeah, dude, I'm working.
All right, read that.
All right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 24 and verse 33. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that traveleth, and thy want as an armed man.
Hey, so wait, read that. It's saying the same thing it said in Proverbs 6. Why you got to say that twice in Proverbs? Because slothfulness is an abomination, right? Yeah, you would have forgot it, so he had to tell you again, right? Being a damn slothful brother is an abomination. All right, read that loud. We ain't gonna stop him. He ain't that loud.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 9 and verse 62. And Jesus said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of God.
So you came into the truth, you on fire, you know what I'm saying? You want to do the work of the Lord, and then you get into a body or you get into a position where you can do the work and then you back off. You're not fit for the kingdom, man. So get that slothful spirit up off of you. Get out here on these street corners. You in a body, put your brick in with your brothers. You a brother that ain't in the body yet, still put your brick in with your brothers. You do what you got to do for the work of the Lord, because he entrusted that in you. He chose you 1 out of 1,000 to give you the truth so you can feed it to the masses and show other people their uprightness. If you decide not to do that, you're not fit for the kingdom, man. Shalom.
Black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin.